Hi, John Osteopath here again. I'm going to talk to you today about pelvic stabilisation exercises. What I like to do to start off to correct your pelvis and why we're doing it is because very often you find the abdominal muscles get weak, and when they get weak, the pelvis tends to kind of flop forward and sticks your bum out like this. The knock-on effect is that you're going to get compression through the facet joints of the lumbar spine, and of course sometimes you get tightness through the hip flexors as well. So we're going to try to get this tighter and try to lengthen hip flexors at the same time. And the way I like to do this is to start off with a simple breathing exercise. Very often in Pilates we do this first. So you lay on your back, bring your knees up, find your pelvic bones, there's some bones on the side of your hips here, move your fingers in about an inch and press down. Now suck your belly button towards your back and you'll feel the muscle will lift up into your fingers, which is quite odd because you're sucking the things in, yet it's lifting up. And that's your transversus abdominis muscle. So hold this in, now don't let it go, hold it in to about 25 to 50% of full power, and maintain the tension. Now breathe in to your lower ribs here, and breathe out. And breathe in, and breathe out. As you're breathing, maintain tension through this area the whole time. Now what you want to think about as well, as you breathe out, of course this is going to drop down, and therefore you're going to need to increase the tension a little bit. So you may find you have to suck your belly button in as you breathe out. Let's do this again. Breathe out. Really tighten it so you can feel the hardness to the muscle. Now you do not need to force your back into the ground. Keep a natural neutral spine because you want to maintain the integrity of the lumbar spine and not compromise it. Now the next stage I like to do is to incorporate leg slides. So very often if this was to be loose and you bring your leg down, the pelvis will rock a bit and that will irritate the back. So we're going to try to use this tension we've created to maintain the pelvic position. So simply, as you breathe out, slide the leg down. As you breathe in, slide the leg back up again. This is best done on a laminate floor. Do the same with the other leg, so you can slide down. Oh, also wear socks if that helps, and slide the leg back up again. I've actually got a bit of a mat here that seems to have caught up. Let's move that down a bit. There we go, let's try it again. So, set up the tummy in, nice and tight, breathe in, and breathe out, and slide the leg down, and breathe in, and slide the leg back up again. Breathe out, and slide the leg down, breathe in, and slide the leg back up again. Maintaining contact with the table the whole time. Now the next stage is to incorporate arm movement. So we're going to try to bring your arms in front of the body and we're going to drop them down above our heads. Now, normally if the back is weak you're going to see it arching here as the arms come back up. Very often people have tight latissimus dorsi muscles and this creates tension and therefore the back arches and can also irritate the spine further down. So what you need to do is again thinking about the tummy tucked in, thinking particularly about the top of the tummy here, where what we call the xiphisternum is, and force this into the ground, not the lower back, but further up here. So we're looking, essentially what we're looking at here is not this area here, but further up here where your rib cage begins. So if I draw a line that's coming around to this point here, it's quite high up, just underneath the shoulder blades. So let's do this again. Hold it nice and tightly here, keeping the tummy tucked in. Breathe out as we drop our arms above our heads, then come around to the side and back up to the centre as you breathe in. So breathe out and drop above your head, come back round and breathe in and back to the centre. Breathe out and drop down and breathe in and back to the centre. If you do this correctly, nice and slowly, it's going to take about 5 seconds to go out and 5 seconds to come back in again, okay? While maintaining position of the thorax. Okay, this is the thorax here, by the way. Now, then the next stage is to incorporate the legs and the arms together. So, as before, keep the tummy tucked in. Breathe out and slide one leg down and both arms up, and breathe in and come back to the start position. Now, with the other leg, breathe out and both arms down, and breathe in and the legs up again. And one more time, breathe out and slide the legs down, and breathe in and up again. We'll maintain tension throughout the pelvis the whole time. Now you can do this with weights as well, you can do it with ankle weights or even small hand weights. But that of course would be the next stage. Try to master this technique first of all. As is, the purpose really is to stop your back doing this excessively, okay, by keeping this tighter. And you'll find that a very simple exercise like that will actually give you great rewards for your lower back health in the long run. So give that a try, see how you go. To give you an idea about how often you should do it, I mean, it's a very gentle exercise, very therapeutic. You can do this quite a few times a day. I would say 3 times a day would be sufficient, especially when you've got an acute lower back. Obviously stop though if it hurts. And of course when you're doing it, I usually recommend doing it for 12 repetitions. If done correctly, each breath will take 10 seconds to do, so 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out. So in total, that's going to be 2 minutes. But anyway, give that a try and see how you feel. I hope you enjoy this exercise. As I said, it's a lot less demanding on the body, but it does, should we say, it is complicated and it makes you think about what you have to do. So don't be surprised if it takes you a while just to get the hang of it, but in the long run it will really help with your coordination and of course your core control. Anyway, good luck with that one. See you soon. Take care.